to our client. So the purpose of today's meeting is we would like to gain more information from you about Jen's problem behaviors and more just about her daily routine in the facility that she is in. So can you state your relation to our client, Jen?
Yes, I'm a caretaker at the facility.
Okay. And can you just confirm the information? Jen is 35 years old, female.
Yes, that's right.
So first, I'd just like you to describe the behaviors. What are the behaviors that are of concern? And for each behavior, we'd like information about how it was performed, how often it occurs, and how long it lasts when it does occur, and the intensity.
Okay. First off is her biting, hitting, and pinching. And we see this daily, especially in the mornings when we're waking her up, but then also throughout the day when we are asking her to do a certain task.
Mm-hmm.
They last about 5, I guess, to 10 minutes. And usually the intensity is pretty high. When she hits or when she bites, it's usually when she hurts someone.
So overall, just aggressive behaviors that you're seeing.
Yes.
Okay. Are there any other behaviors of concern?
Yes. She does not like to do something, or we give her activity, and she's around a lot of people. She yells out, doesn't really want to take turns. She talks out of turns, especially during structured activities. And this usually lasts about 1 to 2 minutes, and it's pretty intense when she does this.
So you would say high intensity again for disruptive behaviors?
Yes.
Okay. Is there any other behavior that is of concern?
Not at this time. I think if we kind of work on these two, some of the other things that we are seeing kind of go along with these two behaviors. So I think we'll be okay.
Okay. Which of the behaviors described above occur together? Do they occur at the same time?
Yes. When she's hitting and biting, she's also sometimes yelling out and talking out of turn. So the aggression and the disruption occur, especially when she's yelling and talking out of turn.
Okay. So now we're going to take a look at the ecological effects that might be affecting her behavior. Are there any medications that Jen takes?
Yes, she's taking 6 milligrams of Risperidone, and that was given to her by the psychiatrist for her problem behavior. She takes Mucinex for her cough and allergy medication, and she's also on birth control pills.
Okay, and how do you believe that these may affect her behavior?
The Risperidone that was given for the problems that we were seeing, it doesn't really eliminate the behaviors. However, it does help with the intensity. So it may not last, the episodes may not last as long, and they may not be as severe. And we don't know, any of the other side effects with the other medications she's taking.
Okay. What medical complications, if any, does she experience that may affect her behavior, such as asthma, allergies, things of that nature?
The only thing that we could think of is her cycles. We do notice that when she's on her menstrual cycle, the behavior becomes really intense and increases with the episodes. Okay. She also has a cough, which is being treated by that Mucinex and the allergy medicine. But we don't know if that has an effect on her. It may. Like sometimes we notice that when she's having a lot of the episodes, she may have coughing during the episode.
Okay. And what about her sleep cycles? And do you believe her cycles may be affecting her behavior?
No, I don't think sleep is an issue. She loves to sleep. She gets about 11 to 12 a day, and it's very hard for us to wake her up in the mornings. That's when we notice that behavior where she's hitting and biting.
Okay. And what about her eating routines and her diet? And again, to what extent do these routines affect her behavior?
She's not on any special diet, but we have a strict routine with our meal times. So she eats every day at the same time. And we don't usually see any behaviors during this time.
Okay. And then if you can just give me a general idea of her typical daily schedule, the activities that she engages in, and at what time.
Okay. I would say that we wake her up around 8 o'clock. Again, this is when she is hitting the staff. She hates to be woken up. So we see a lot of that aggressive behavior. About 9 o'clock is when we have our breakfast. And she has the occasional times where she's being aggressive or disruptive towards the other clients or the staff. At 10, into the group activity room, and we have like a structured activity that we have all of our clients doing at that time. And we see sometimes where she's having some of those disruptions, especially if it's an activity that she does not like. At 12 is when we go to lunch. And we see sometimes that aggression and the yelling out, the disruptions. At 1, we have outdoor time, and she loves outdoor time. She can take her favorite toys outside, so her animals that she enjoys, she takes them outside, and she's just fine and content, especially because she doesn't have to necessarily engage with anyone else. So she's pretty good, and we don't see any of those behaviors at outdoor time. At 2, we have exercise, and we see a lot of aggression at this time, especially because she does not like to exercise. She doesn't like to follow the little routines that we have for the clients.
Got it.
At 3, we have free time, and she usually goes and grabs some of the items that she likes to play with, but she doesn't necessarily play with them like she's supposed to. She's throwing toys and different things like that, but it's really not, what we want to at that time.
Okay.
4 is when she goes to speech therapy. She does not like speech therapy at all. We see that aggression and the yelling out when the speech therapist is trying to work with her on different activities. At 5, we have dinner, and usually she's pretty okay. We may see sometimes, especially if she doesn't like the food that was cooked, we see her, hitting or yelling out and things like that. At 6, we have movie and music time, and that lasts for about 2 hours. So from 6 to 7, and that's when we see that disruption. She's yelling. She's, trying to be aggressive towards the other clients that are in the room with her. And then at bedtime, we have no problems, especially to be by herself, and then she's off to sleep.
Okay. So just to kind of summarize, you're seeing the behaviors, most activities during the day with the exception of outdoor time and somewhat during free time.
Yes.
Okay. Okay, and so what extent do you believe the activities that occur during the day are predictable for Jen, and to what extent does Jen know what she will be doing during the day?
We try to follow the same routine every day. So the schedule and our routine is pretty predictable. We have also implemented where her schedule is on the wall, and we have pictures that go along with the schedule. Sees, what's going to happen next and, what we expect of her. So it's pretty predictable because we keep the same routine.
Okay. And what choices does Jen get to make each day, such as with food, with toys, activities?
Not a lot of choice besides for free time and outdoor time. That's the time that she gets to pick what toys or what items she wants to play with. The meals are all pre-planned. We have a menu that we have to go by that's been approved by a dietitian. So, she doesn't have any choice in that.
Okay. Okay, so now we're going to look more closely at each time of day and how likely it is a predictor of her behaviors. So, the time of day, when do the behaviors occur most or least?
When she's not able to, we see them. So, like during meal times, during times where we have planned activities or structured activities, and also during her therapy.
Okay. And the least likely?
The least likely is when she is able to make choice and when she's also able to be by herself. So during her, she's able to pick her own toys that she wants to play with, her own area that she wants to go to. And then during outdoor time, which is midday, where she's able to be by herself outside. And then at bedtime, again, she loves to sleep. So.
Okay. And what settings where the behavior is most and least likely to
happen? Most likely in the kitchen and dining area, in the activity room that we have, areas where she has to be interacting with more than 3 people, 3 or more individuals. And then least likely, I would say, would be her own room, so her private area, the outdoors, because she loves to go outdoors, and then any time where she does not have to be around other people.
Okay. And what about social control? With whom are the behaviors most and least likely to occur?
Likely with the caregivers and so the other clients in the home. And we will least likely see this, and also her therapist. And then we least likely see this with her family.
Okay. Do the family visit often?
Not very often. They do visit, I think, probably I would say once a week, maybe. Okay. But other than that, I mean, it's brief periods of time when they come and visit.
Okay. The activity, what activities are most likely and least likely to produce behaviors?
Most likely is any structured activity. So during her meal times, breakfast, lunch, and dinner, any structured group activity times, and any time that she has to go to the therapy room. Mm-hmm. And then the least likely would be any free play, and any time she can go outdoors.
Okay. Are there particular situations, events that are not listed above that set off the behaviors that cause concern? So, such as particular demands that are placed on her, any interruptions, transitions, delayed, being ignored, etc.
Anytime we try to wake her up in the morning, like I kind of stated before, we always see the problem behaviors. We always see that aggression. And then anytime something is going on that's not on her schedule, so if we have a fire drill or something spontaneous was to happen, or we wanted to switch up the routine a little bit, we notice the behaviors. And then anytime she is transitioning from something she likes to do, so like outdoor time, back to lunch, we see those behaviors as well.
Okay. What one thing could you do that would most likely make the problem behavior occur?
Maybe change the schedule without letting her know, or not giving her the items that she likes to play with.
Okay. And what's one thing you can do to make sure the problem does not occur?
She loves her snake and her stuffed animal. and her dolls. So anytime we give her the